yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find.
Well, it's another podcast. It's getting hotter out here.
It's a little warm.
Yeah. Thinking.
I don't want to use the M word.
Yeah. Thinking if a large fan might be a windy thing, but people are just going to have to deal with it if we're going to sit out here. And
So on the podcast, all you hear is
no one's going to join us, so it's either that or listen to us talk because no one's going to want to sit out here when
we're going to be like those machines people use for sleeping.
Yeah, CPAP. That's a pretty good joke.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're back, and hey, guess what, Michael? I have something to tell you. I don't know if you know this yet, but
I love surprises.
we have our first official sponsor.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Really?
I negotiated it.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how much we're going to make because it's basically usually just.
I just assumed we were paying them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just gotta get the money in or out one way or another. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
But the main ingredient, we record here, we sit here all the time.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. You're there right now.
Oh.
Just look dead ahead and you're there, or down, or to your left or right. Yeah. But they have graciously decided to actually sponsor our podcast.
Kidding.
I know. I know you guys talk about it. We talk about it a lot, but if you haven't been down here, come check it out. It's at Sheridan and 7th Street in downtown Phoenix. Happy hour every day, noon to 6.
Correct.
Mondays all day. That's why we record on Mondays.
Yeah, we're not stupid.
Yeah, but come on down. They have spectacular sandwiches, salads. What's your favorite sandwich here or thing to eat here?
My favorite currently, because it rotates, is the Acapulco cheesesteak. But very specifically, I get it in a wrap with no mayo.
Damn.
Because I'm hardcore.
That is pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
I've been married to the BLT for like 13 years.
Mm-hmm. You should not call Beth that.
I don't know what that acronym means, but we need to talk after this episode because she's my favorite. Yeah, but no, I get BLT. I don't like onions, so no onions. Extra crispy on the toasting.
Sure.
Just really, really good. So
you know what the best thing here is? The staff.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Seriously. I'm not going to do a joke I just thought of, but anyways, yeah.
It's never stopped you before.
I know, but I like these people too. So
and we don't want to be asked to leave.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And my wife listens like every other episode, so you never know.
Okay. It's fair.
All right. Well, we're back. We have another episode. You may recognize this voice from a Hey Neighbor we did.
Your voice?
No. Well, I have a very recognizable voice. Yeah.
Very.
Like week after week I'm on. But we have a repeat guest was on a Hey Neighbor talking about our home tour months ago. The amazing Kirsten Keane. Welcome to the episode.
Welcome.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
Yeah. Good to have you here. Welcome to the podcast.
Appreciate
And
it.
thanks for coming back and going through a full episode of nonsense versus just a short episode.
It's remarkable she came back having gone through the gauntlet once.
Yeah.
She decided, I'll do it again, whatever.
Well, I'm going for a record. If I start early, people can't catch up.
Yeah,
That is true.
For real.
There's only number one.
That is true. That is true. Smart strategery there.
Yeah,
Teachery.
Well, welcome to the episode. As we normally do, we like to get to know a little bit about you, how you ended up in the neighborhood, and all the fun things that make you who you are. Now, but you are on the board. We know each other for a while, since 2 days after you moved in the neighborhood. And you've been here, how long have you been in the neighborhood?
3 years.
3 years. So we always like people, how did you end up in the world's greatest neighborhood?
Yeah, why here?
Yeah, why here? Seriously. You have to lose a bed or what's going on here?
Yeah. My husband, Nick, and I just wanted to live somewhere a little bit more walkable. We were down at 36th Street in McDowell for a few years before this, just in a townhouse and looking for something else. And when our realtor was showing us houses, we came from like Oak towards this way. I didn't realize we were in Coronado when we looked, and the market was hot. So we put in an offer immediately and made, biggest purchasing decision of our life within like 15 minutes, as one does.
Sure. Just on the fly.
Yeah. And we're pretty much accepted within a day or two.
Nice. That's great.
That's how we ended up here.
That's crazy. Did you look other places or you just like...
Yeah, we looked at other houses, but definitely, kind of like Scottsdale, trying to center around here. There was a house in FQ Story. I have a memory of coming when the Coronado was Tuck Shop, coming to Tuck Shop multiple times. And at one point I was like, I'll never get to live in a neighborhood like this. And then I didn't even realize we were in a neighborhood like this.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're like, my God, Tuck Shop's down.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Everybody misses Tuck Shop.
Yeah. Coronado's good too.
Yeah. Chicken and waffles is really good too.
It's okay.
No, that's awesome. So you literally landed here on a whim.
Yep.
That's spectacular. That's probably the first one that some somebody said like, we just we ended up buying here. I had no idea how lucky you were going to become.
Absolutely.
At what point did you realize this place was different?
While we were still in escrow, somehow, I don't know if our realtor pointed out the CNA's website. And so I did my little deep dive and I started attending the virtual meetings before we moved in.
Who's this interloper?
I know.
Yeah. So that's kind of how I stumbled upon you guys.
Yeah.
And then when you guys put out the call for elections, I was like, organizations like this always need help, so I'll just throw my hat in the ring. Who cares if I don't get it?
Yeah.
And here we are. And then you forgot to invite me to the first board meeting. So
I'm definitely not in charge of inviting people, but I don't really do anything.
You're more of Mongo.
Yeah, I'm
Mongo move.
Set up, set down.
Right.
You know, that's my strength.
Right.
Literally. Yeah, when you did the Hey
Sorry.
Neighbors, had a really good joke. I'm like, didn't you like join it right? When you're like, oh yeah, I just tuck and rolled
Tuck
out of
and
the
roll.
moving,
Tuck and roll, bitch.
truck.
Yep.
Very good joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you stumbled in and you saw the CNA. We forgot to invite you, and you still came back.
You can't get rid of me.
I mean,
Not for a
we
while.
don't want to.
Yeah.
Very, very strong member of the board and whatnot. But so moving in here, what was your other than you find the CNA and joining that? You know, you jumped right in the click. Like, what are the other things you fell in love and realized that, oh crap, I'm in a really cool space?
Yeah, I think honestly, it was the people, just meeting the people who were on the board. I think it was an interesting time to join where we were all kind of in the similar age group. We were all just married without kids. Oddly enough, there were no vegetarians on the board, and it just it was something
it's in the bylaws.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, we've recently expanded our scope, but it was just an interesting thing to find all of you, and you all hung out, and it was a really cool space to be in. And you guys all introduced me to the different kind of aspects of Coronado. So as I slowly learn about stuff, it just kind of builds and builds and builds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good at going to a new community and making a lot of friends and making an impact. Top 5. You know.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5.
I don't know all the stories, but it's got to be in the top 5. That's pretty quick. It took us a long time to make a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Leveling up.
You just got to come to TMI.
Yeah,
You'll
seriously,
meet
that's
all
how
your
I
friends
did,
here.
You know,
Sure.
It took me 5 days a week, 7 years of work.
I think
She did it in 17
plug was
hours.
$500.
Yeah.
We don't have to rank everybody here at the table, but if we did,
Yeah.
we
It's
don't
true.
have to.
We don't have to,
We
but
just
we're going
rank our
to.
guests. So if you want to rank Michael and I, based on how good we are at podcasting.
On a scale of 1 to 1.
Yeah. Who's 1.1? The last time we were on, I couldn't remember your last name, so I think Michael automatically win. And he did the win because he called me out on like a sweetheart.
That's what I do.
Yeah, it was really great.
I'm just
That
trying
was
to
really
keep you
great.
honest.
What is it you do for work? You do kind of cool work, and you've done a lot of it, kind of applied it to the neighborhood, made the neighborhood better with your skill set. So what is it that you do?
Yeah, I suppose I have a pretty diverse background. Right now, what I do is marketing for an architecture firm. So it's a firm in Tempe called Jones Studio. They've been around for almost 45 years now, and they do all kinds of work from high-end custom residential to higher education spaces. So the law school downtown or the Thunderbird School downtown, some religious spaces. We've done a lot of federal work, which has been interesting lately, but we're still working on them, but land ports of entry at the border, recognizing who comes into our country to work here or bring commerce here. And it's really all about sustainability, intentional design, beautiful spaces.
Do you make websites and whatnot, or
I do work
Okay.
on our website a bit. It's not one of my favorite things to work on, but yeah.
rebuilt the Coronado
So
Association?
my job is to bring in new projects. It's to submit for awards. It's to website, a bit of social media, although I have a lot of the emerging professionals helping me with that because they seem to like hashtags more than I do. They're really great at it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I still call it pound sign just because,
Pound sign.
It's the OG, man.
Do you know what the actual name is for it?
No.
Octothorpe.
Yeah, that's why I go with pound sign.
Well, you sound more educated when you say Octothorpe.
Yeah, except every time you say it, someone's like, what is that? And
Pound
you
sign.
Yeah, you say pound sign. I'm going to start saying that word
Sure.
as soon as I Google it and learn how to properly say it, because I know I'm going to murder it if I try.
Octopus. What?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, pound sign. Nice. That's cool. How long have you been doing that?
I've been at that company for 6 years tomorrow, actually. I've been at a few different firms, but before that, probably the most notable one was as an actual interior designer for a firm called Architecton. I did that for a few years. Before that, I worked in Seattle for a year, again, doing marketing for architecture, a much larger kind of global level firm. Before that, I was in grad school, Master of Interior Architecture. Before before that, I did communications and event planning at the university at ASU. And my undergrad degrees are journalism with a focus in public relations and then psychology.
So you're just taking it easy, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this real chill
Sure.
to be
Sure.
on the
Out
board.
of those
Yeah.
19, how do you rank them as your favorite? Top to bottom.
On a scale of 1 to
Yeah.
10,000.
What's your 332nd least favorite? No, that's awesome. It's funny. Say interior design. If you guys ever get a chance to go over to your house and, you know, we can give out the address and start a party there for
Absolutely.
a Saturday.
Why are all these people in the front yard? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just check the comments on the podcast. Want to find out how many people actually listen to this.
That's true.
Good
test.
But
Right.
no, yeah, your house, like, there's a lot of really cool people or neighborhoods or houses in the neighborhood that have neat design on it. Yours is like pristinely put together. You do. I mean, it's just very got the lighting right. It's just very. I'm
Oh,
like,
the lighting.
the
Yeah, it's a
lighting
vibe.
is
That's for sure.
incredible, dude. It's just we have a bunch of hue lights in our house. We think we're cool. I went to your house.
You
I was
are
like,
cool. You have multiple lava lamps.
I do.
I only have
two
one lava lamp.
Yeah, I do.
I only have one.
You got to step your numbers
That's
up,
right.
dude.
I do.
Are they remote controlled, though?
They're on a timer that automatically
Oh,
turn on
shit.
and off. Dude.
Wow.
Everything in my house
Baller.
is not.
Yep.
I don't do shit, or
No.
I yell at Alexa to make it happen.
Right.
I'm very lazy.
Absolutely.
Once you get hooked, you know, and it's
It's true.
probably
Right,
70
right.
things on the hooked to the internet in my house.
Yeah. Robots make that to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
It actually takes more time to figure out how to turn off the lights in some case than it would
Yeah.
to be to hit a light switch.
Actual
but
going over.
here we are.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, and then something breaks, oh god, trying to reprogram it and all that. We have clean ladies that come over every couple weeks or so, and they come home all the lights are off. I'm like, oh my god, they flip the switches. It takes a while, but
Yeah.
big problems I've suffered.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome. Your house is very well decorated.
Thank you.
And you have this really cool thing on your ceiling where you have those perfect lines, and every time I'm there, I'm like, I
a
can't
crisp
believe-
line.
What is it?
Mwah. Just a crisp line.
Crisp line,
Heck yeah.
goes up the wall and up the ceiling. Is it rounded or is it hard corner? I can't
It's
remember.
hard corner.
Okay, hard
Is it
corner.
painted or is it
Painted.
like
It's paint.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes up and it's just but it is the straightest line with paint. And I've actually had you done that before. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm asking because I don't have the patience
It's
for
tape and then painter's caulk.
Okay. 4 jokes from Michael.
Nope,
real quick.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Go for it.
So,
I did.
so you do the tape and then to walk through the process because it's really you walk in, you're like, okay, that's crazy looking. How is it so perfectly straight? How do you do that?
Well, first I invite my dad over to help me measure
Oh, okay.
There it is.
and
Yeah.
mark the lines for that.
Okay.
Then I would do the tape,
Okay.
then the caulk.
Okay.
What do you do with the caulk? I don't understand.
So there's a painter's caulk, and you run it with your finger along the line of the tape, and it seal because we have textured walls and ceilings. It fills in the gaps that the paint doesn't get.
Curious. I've
Yeah.
never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
It's an actual thing? That's-
Yeah.
Really?
It's called painter's caulk.
That's what you'd use on either your base trim and all that for all that's normal.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh.
Absolutely.
dries quick and all that.
Wow.
So where
Yeah.
the tape
You
is,
would paint pretty much right away, right after you do it.
Yeah, and you just rub it where the paint, the tape, the tape and where you're going to paint, right? Basically,
Yes.
and then when you pull it off, it doesn't hit the bumps and it doesn't
Yeah.
seep in.
What you're
Yeah.
saying is you rub the caulk.
You rub the
Yeah,
caulk.
and first you tape
Yeah.
it, you rub the caulk,
Tape it.
Yep.
paint it,
Correct.
yeah, and then you just wait.
You just look at the caulk and wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Are you good? Yes, I said 4. That was only 3.
No, I got another one in there somewhere. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna let it go.
Okay. All right. You set
Okay.
yourself up twice there.
That's right.
Well, it's really nice. You have a very well decorated home. It makes sense that you're interior design. I didn't know that part about you because I was like, okay. And you've been doing some remodeling stuff on your house too. You've been
Yeah.
Updating some
We've been taking
goodies.
on a lot. Redoing
Yeah.
our primary bathroom.
Oh.
That's still halfway done. Redoing the flooring in some of the bedrooms and bathrooms.
makes it a lot
That's-
easier when you say primary bathroom.
Yeah,
'cause
we
that
do have
means you
two.
another
We
one.
have 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms.
It's a luxury in this neighborhood.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We have 2. I demoed my shower 2 years ago and still haven't figured out what we
Right.
want to do.
Just a hole.
Yeah, it is. Literally, there was a whole. I had to dig down, do some
Yeah.
plumbing stuff, but it's just whatever. It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's charming.
It's charming.
It's
People,
charming.
it's fun. People come out like, "Why is there a hole in your bathroom?" I'm like,
Is
why are
that-
you looking around? Not just why.
It's shabby chic.
Yeah, dude,
Is that
modern.
an outhouse?
Yeah. Intentional.
Like, you don't have a hole in your bathroom? What's wrong with you, jackass?
It's very
Lazy.
continental.
So something I learned about you. My wife told me this. You own an adult light bright.
Okay,
And-
I own a light bright. It's not like an adult
Like
picture.
X-rated?
It's not an X-rated
Are the pecs
picture.
really big?
Different
It's
shape.
really
phallic
big.
shape.
You got to use both hands.
Some
to,
curves,
yeah.
some are different sizes.
This one's squirting at me.
It is a light bright, and it has a design on it for kind of, like pop art, like kind of like comic book style pop art.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's a design like that. So it's
Yeah.
like a full piece that you hang up on your wall when you can turn the light on. Like, yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
pretty
it's
cool.
not like
How
the
do you-
whole, not the
I mean,
same
I can find the
unit?
picture, but
Okay, the viewers
Yeah,
or
I'll
listeners.
write on it.
just
I'm sure,
Hold it close
yeah.
to the microphone.
we'll just make it your podcast art now.
There you go. Hey,
That's right.
What?
there you go.
I don't quite understand. So
Yeah.
that it projects onto the wall?
No.
or-
It's like a legit light bright, but it's not like the kids one is like this angled
Yeah,
contraption. This
Sure,
is
yeah,
on
yeah.
a flat thing. It's like 16 inches by 16 inches.
And you just move the little same principle.
Yeah.
So it's like the
absolutely.
paper background, except for it's like,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a picture.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
a picture.
rainbow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just like our light bright art. Beth said that. I didn't understand. That's why I asked. I'm like, how big is this thing? I've been in their house. I've never seen
I haven't
like
hung it up. We haven't hung it up yet.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
it
don't-
only one image, or can you like change
It's one. You could change it, but I'm not going to.
Always
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
put
I
an
mean-
eggplant in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting like a 4 foot wide, 3 foot tall, just
Like the Last Supper.
yeah, or just like light bright for you as a kid, except for like adult size, like the big Connect Fours you see, big
Well,
Jenga.
this isn't the exact.
I'm not a religious guy,
Picture.
but I would have a Last Supper light bright in my house because that's funny as shit.
That's not the exact picture that I
yeah.
did, but it's not a kid's light bright. How's
It's
that?
it's a
Yeah, it doesn't.
picture.
Oh, okay, that's
framed
huge.
thing you
Yeah,
hang on the
see.
wall, and then it's
Okay.
backlit,
Yeah.
presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Otherwise,
art-
it would be.
Here's like they have a whole series of them. So I did the one
With
that
the-
says aha.
Aha,
Ah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
yeah, but you can change it out if you want to. Oh, I
You
see. That's
could.
cool.
It's
yeah.
the
Or
what's
you
the
could just
artist
buy
name?
more of them.
Yeah, there you go. You get
what's
addicted.
Make all three.
Okay.
Addicted.
Is it battery operated? You charge it, or you have to have power?
You could do either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has a little
Fire.
switch.
Use fire. Open flame.
Right?
That's a bright light.
Once you
It's-
melt it all,
yeah,
all
it's
the
bright.
carcinogens, just
It's
Yeah.
a one-use
Fragrance.
thing.
Yeah,
We
it's very adult.
Yeah.
you asphyxiate yourself when you use it, but otherwise, it's great.
That's hilarious.
The artist is that I was thinking of was I think his name is Liechtenstein, that pop art kind of thing.
Okay.
He, in the 70s, I think he was famous for that kind of shit.
Okay.
yeah,
What's pop art? I mean, I see those pictures, but like, what's
Like
the
that.
definition of
yeah.
like
It's a.
I don't.
I mean, I don't need to sit here and Google on your podcast. That's
know.
fine.
I mean, I don't know if you guys knew
We'll wait.
describe what pop art is, or we can just have the guest
Pop
Like I
artist.
said, it's kind of like a comic book.
It's like the Andy Warhol stuff.
Yeah,
or the
exactly.
Liechtenstein or the-
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like bright, like the Marilyn Monroe, the different
Right.
bright
Yeah.
neon contrast.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Monochrome, but like colored. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm here for the listeners, in case they didn't know. I'm
Always looking
at
out for the guy from Russia.
I mean, he may not ever heard of it. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just an
What
American
is this?
thing.
The light bright.
Yeah, why doesn't they just call it art? Why is it got to be pop art?
Well, because it's
Pop art.
I don't know. Interesting. You talked about lighting. I feel like I don't know nothing about nothing, but I feel like from an interior design perspective, lighting is something that's overlooked.
Which would be really poor interior design, I would
Correct,
think.
yeah.
Yes. I'm anti big light. If everybody knows the big light being your
yeah.
ceiling fan light is your primary
pendulum
lighting.
thing or
So
something.
Yeah, like I actually disconnected that from
Oh.
our ceiling fan in our
Nice.
bedroom. I'm completely anti that. You can have like recessed can lights, that's fine.
Yeah.
But overall, like to have a cozy feel, your lighting probably has to be lower, like physically lower.
Yeah.
Right. So like having
Like lamps.
light lamps on end tables,
And dimmers.
things like that.
I remember we rented a house a couple years ago, the whole CNA up at Wine Country. It was a big house, but all the lights were just like white and bright. And, like,
Sure.
They were all on. I went through like
Yeah.
windows like, da, 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 just kind of set the mood. And someone just came in like, it's dark in here. Just turned it all. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
God, I can't relax. It's so
Well, and then there's
bright.
there's also then color temperature. A lot of people buy the like blue white
Yeah.
light bulbs, and you're like, oh
Yellow's better.
Honey.
No. Yes?
no,
No.
You want,
yellow's
so
bad.
you want the warmer, like probably the yellow. Actually,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's just warmer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It doesn't look so institutional.
All my lights are candles, so I don't know.
Perfect. That's actually the best.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. You wear a lot of linen too.
But I
so
don't
it's
care.
Just bad.
Right.
It's just bad.
Because I'm all about the mood.
Yeah.
Yep. Honey, you're on fire again. Yeah, but I'm so calm.
That's cold and warm.
Cozy.
When you do like interior design, like when you see people's homes, you walk in, like what's the main thing you generally notice like, man, this like your first, it's hard not to.
Oh,
like,
yeah, give us the cringe.
Yeah.
Well, the big
no.
light.
The big light.
big
That's going to be one of the major ones.
Is it
I
a ceiling
mean,
fan with those like tulip lights that come off?
A little bit of wicker in
any
it.
of the big lights.
Yeah.
Any of the big lights. I mean, I certainly have a specific taste in design, but it's not that I can't appreciate what other people do. I think a lot of times you can just tell if somebody is buying stuff because they think that's what they should get versus what they actually like. Oh, another thing I guess would be when people only do stuff for resale and not for themselves.
Like flippers and stuff? Or
No, just people who are going to live somewhere, but they're like, we might sell someday, and this won't sell well if I do such and such. So actually, it's one of the things that's kind of my design philosophy, I suppose. A lot of people will paint a neutral color because even if they wanted something bright, they think that they're going to get sick of it really quickly. But research studies actually show that you're going to get sick of the neutral color a hell of a lot faster. And that if you have something bold that you were pretty excited to take on to decorate with, the novelty lasts so much longer than if you just picked a beige or a gray.
Totally.
Right?
I agree. Totally.
So to me, it's like, take the chance, especially if it's just paint. You can repaint anything.
Right.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
When I was living in apartments, I got used to rental beige.
Yeah.
So it's not quite white, not quite brown.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah.
So the first house I bought, I painted my bedroom one wall all like blood red.
Nice.
I was single at the time, and the ladies didn't. They're like, "Are you a murderer?"
Yeah. This is a French whorehouse. What's going on?
I might be.
It's your red room.
Right, exactly. But it made me so happy because he woke up like, oh, it's like,
Red.
not brown.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. We asked this like artists and whatnot, people that wanted you to come and do the design. Did a lot of people just kind of let you go free range, or what was the guidance and what did you prefer?
When someone hires me for design?
Yeah, if you're doing
Is more direction or less direction better?
I guess
Right.
so honestly, I haven't really practiced much as a designer.
Okay.
I mean, I did brief for a couple of years with a firm, but that wasn't houses.
Okay. That's more
so
major.
this is just my personal suggestions based on my own house.
So if
Going
someone
into your
wants
house.
to change their feel of their house, what's the biggest investment they could make to do that? Or easiest, not biggest.
The paint and the lighting, as
Okay.
we talked
All right,
about.
good.
That's the easiest stuff to switch out, right?
So get rid of your lights in your ceiling, go to lamps and shit, and
yeah.
candles.
And you can look at
Dimmers.
interesting places. Like you could, for one, I do like going on Pinterest just for interesting ideas. But I've gotten a lot of my decor from Etsy, and like you'd think when I say that, I'm saying I have a lot of live, laugh, love signs, and there's not a one. I mean, I'm hoping there's none within like
God.
500 feet of my
Yeah.
house.
Good Lord.
I was going to ask
Yeah.
you that
We
question.
should
Like,
have
what's your
like
take on the live, laugh, love?
No, but I found a sunset projection lamp, and if you search that, it's a really cool kind of, I don't even know
Is
how
that
to
the one
describe
that like
it.
with in
On
your
the
house?
bar,
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that's like my favorite. As soon as I saw that, I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this is the
Yeah.
coolest like little bits of circle. I mean, it's just so
Or
cool.
like I have one lamp that looks like it's a bird sitting on a perch, and that one's actually from Amazon. But yeah, it happens.
I bought a couple things.
Yeah,
from
it was a
them.
while ago.
Yeah, just a couple things.
Just a couple.
Well, thank you for all those amazing tips on interior design. People, go get rid of your big lights. Get rid of the ceiling fan ones. Get
What's your
some
feeling on
lamps.
Edison bulbs?
They're all right. I think if you're going to have an exposed bulb, it's probably
They're
nicer to see that filament than not.
Frosted
Yeah.
glass.
Yeah.
Just-
They also they make the smart bulbs that look like Edison bulbs,
Huh.
so
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
still control them on the apps and
I had no
everything.
idea.
We have those in
Yeah.
our dining room.
Yeah, and we have
Yeah.
a couple we don't use because we got more hue lights and
Right.
whatnot, but they do look
Yeah.
cool. We got the whole coil in there, but
Yeah.
they're not,
Yeah.
you know.
One of the first things I did when my wife and I got together and I moved in was I changed out her switches for dimmers.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I
Absolutely.
feel like I'm going to be operated on at any minute, so we got to like turn this shit down.
So great.
Exactly.
I put it in. She's like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
quite nice."
What are these grow lights?
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Why does it smell like weed in here?
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Yeah,
inside?
we have stuff in our bathroom. You can program like what time. If you turn it on with the level it comes on, it's just gold, man. Like
Right.
before what Internet of Things, what do we do? Right?
Exactly.
Just bright lights. You know, I don't
Just,
understand.
yeah.
How do we survive?
Cornea damage.
We only survived. We didn't thrive.
Yeah, exactly. We
Yeah.
we're outside playing anyway.
That's true.
so-
With sticks.
Yeah. If Just some rapid fire. You got anything else you want to dig into the mind of our guests?
I'm sure something will come to me. Let's go rapid fire. And
Oh,
then we'll
rapid
see what
fire.
happens.
All right. This is one of my favorite ones. I was like, what's your best hangover cure?
Well, first, I always have a hangover patch on when I start drinking, so that helps.
That's
Pro
pro move
tip.
right there.
Yeah, yeah.
I've done those before. They're really handy.
They
I was
really are.
suspicious at first,
Yeah.
and I used one in Vegas.
Yep.
I'll tell you, it changed my life.
So you
Yeah.
put it on like when you start drinking?
Yeah, and then don't take it off until you think the hangover would be done.
Oh, wow.
That's at
so
least my
5 days.
yeah.
Wednesday, I take that shit?
Yeah, it also has to be a specific brand because a lot of the brands smell real bad, like
Oh, God.
vitamins.
Ew.
Pee.
And you just like if you put it on your arm and like anytime you look that direction,
Yeah,
you're gonna
you
smell
catch
your
it.
patch.
You
It's
put it on
gross.
the arm?
I put it anywhere. I mean, there's a lot of places I've put it, just depending on where my outfit's covering up.
Mine's
or not.
always on my butt.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah,
Sure.
I was going to ask
Yeah.
a follow-up question, but I knew the answer. So,
I'm a party guy. What
Yeah.
can I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a fun one to peel off.
It is. Well, yeah. Depends on the
I
night.
mean, after
Hey,
5
oh.
days, it falls off.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What is this thing?
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, my hangover's over. You're drunk. You're like, should I take it off or leave it on? Yeah.
Time to start again. Let's go.
Nice. And what's the worst color to paint inside your home?
Oh, God.
Your opinion. Blood red? Michael answered already. Never mind. We can move on.
I don't know. It just depends.
So blood
like
red.
beige, blood red.
Yeah,
I
how
don't
do you feel
know.
about brown? The color brown.
Yeah,
brown,
I thought about
family
that
of brown.
too. It can be done nicely, but that's a tricky one to get right.
Yeah.
It could go diarrhea
poopy?
real fast.
Yeah.
You don't
it
want
could
poopy.
go, yeah.
You don't want poopy.
Yeah.
It's bad. Very,
right.
very bland, especially with like a brown furniture and all that shit. You got to really brighten
I feel like
it up.
caramel might be okay.
Yeah, agreed.
Like a warm mocha.
Yeah,
A warm mocha.
warm mocha.
Yeah. Is that a paint color?
It might be.
Yeah.
Sherman-Williams, maybe. I don't
To
know.
cover
I
up
think
blood
the color
red
of the year was like something like that.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Mocha-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Pumpkin spice latte.
Cappuccino or something like that. Could be pumpkin spice.
God, I hope not. It's probably cheaper.
Give me that Starbucks color.
I
Yes,
wonder
though.
what a gallon of pumpkin spice latte would cost compared to a gallon of paint.
1 gallon?
Yeah.
You couldn't afford it.
Maybe do 2 coats of that, you
Yeah.
know?
Uh-huh.
Definitely do 1 coat.
Perfect.
And kind of random one, like, I don't know if we've asked this before to people, but who's your favorite comedian?
Taylor Tomlinson.
Taylor Tomlinson.
Solid.
Okay.
Yep.
Solid.
Yep.
Okay, why him?
Her.
Her. See, I don't know Taylor Tomlinson.
Yeah, you definitely have to check her out. She's got, I don't know, 3+ specials on Netflix.
Okay.
She is, how do you describe her? I mean, she's
Dry, but very witty.
dry,
I
witty. She's bipolar. She comes from a very religious background and now is not. And so she uses a lot of that to fuel her comedy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel her
Seen her
pain.
in person a couple times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You ever gone to the stand-up live downtown yet?
I think so.
Yeah. It's
Good.
good. It's a good
Yeah.
venue.
Good joint.
Yeah.
It's a good venue. If you
Yeah.
ever go there, pro tip, get there early and sit above where all people sit below you, and there's like one bar where you're just facing
Back to the
straight
top.
forward.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and there's people sitting right below you. It's fantastic because it's a 4-top, and 2 people face like sitting down to eat. You face away from the stage,
Right.
and then 2 people face towards the stage. And if you sit above it, you sit there and watch people walk in and figure out which ones are the good seats and which ones are the shitty seats, and watch them like kind of rush in to get it because the people the other one have to like sit in a high bar stool facing like with nothing in front of them. It's spectacular. People do it.
I went and saw Leanne Morgan yesterday.
Oh yeah, where at?
I've heard
She
so
is
much about her and I've not actually
Hilarious.
seen her.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's got a couple of Netflix specials. One's
Okay.
better than the other one. But it's one of these, it's interesting how you hit it at the right time and then your trajectory is like straight up. It's crazy. Like she's been doing this 20 years and for whatever
crazy.
reason her Netflix special just hit.
Yeah.
So now she's got a Netflix series coming out, like a
geez.
sitcom coming out. She was in a movie with like Reese Witherspoon or some shit.
Cool.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But she is hilarious.
That's great.
But she's just like a regular person who's just talking about her life who happens. It just happens to be ridiculous.
Yeah, so when's it going to happen for us, buddy?
Yeah, I know. Keep getting sponsorships.
Yeah. This gin and soda is brought to you by my sponsor.
Correct.
Yeah, Matt Rife was saying he was like about to call it quits and then just blew up.
Yeah.
So never know. Hey,
Yeah.
maybe 10 years later, buddy. We'll see.
Once
Yeah.
you're about to call it quits.
Yeah, that was
That's the
yesterday.
time.
There you go.
Oh, I've done that a couple times already. Oh. That's enough of that.
Beautiful. That's all our questions. Do you have any questions for us? Let's flip it on Michael.
What? how this works.
Trying a new format, Smith.
Okay, here's one. Would you
boy.
rather have skin that's plaid or have eyebrows that crawl about your face like caterpillars?
Plaid.
Skin that's plaid.
What's plaid skin?
What?
Like, I don't know.
Plaid?
Oh, like
It's
the
just like
color.
Instead of your
Okay,
skin,
sorry.
it
I
would
was
be the
thinking-
color,
yeah.
The color
pattern of plaid.
I was thinking way deeper.
I'm
than
going to
that.
go plaid skin.
Absolutely, dude. I just have something crawling on my face all day.
Although that
permanently slapping myself. So-
I entertain that for a minute because people would be looking at me all over.
Yeah.
Like, look, my eyes are here. Don't, what are you
like
doing?
your face skin to be plaid too, like the whole head to toe.
All of it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
Okay.
doing a circus or something. I guess you could do a circus with either of them. Having
True.
something crawling, just an eyebrow. It would just be your eyebrow
Just
crawling
one?
around, not a.
Yeah.
Or both. One or both.
One is fine. Well, fine for now. I don't know.
Be a little bit weirder.
Yeah.
Like, where'd your eyebrow go, man? I'm nervous, like looking around for it.
Oh my God, a caterpillar.
Other people slapping you too.
Uh-huh.
It'd just
Yeah.
be terrible existence. That's a good question. We should steal that one for the
Yeah, we could.
rapid fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Brian? Son of a bitch.
That one was for both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we both. Oh,
We-
look at
Look at us, dude.
Good job.
Giants, like we share minds.
Good job,
You're
little
over
buddies.
6'5".
And yet,
yeah, like we accomplished
this
nothing.
is it. Yeah,
Two minds don't get it right.
correct. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming on the podcast.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thanks for joining here on a warmer summer day in Arizona at the Main Ingredient. So
Love it.
I guess we're wrapping.
Rapping.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Is that a hip?
Yeah.
Hop, a hip? No.
Okay, just hit the button that stops us.
Okay, bye.
Step right up to the wildest show where two big minds are ready to blow. Conversations deep yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Tall and talking, big in brains, making sense of life's wild lanes. Deep dive chats and fun remain. Bet you won't hear this on the plane. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. No stone unturned, no joke too small.